Hi everyone. Today is video diary number 6, I believe. I will have to check that. Sorry, I'm sitting in the dark. I'm just gotten off uni. Today was actually pretty good. I went into my lab knowing nothing because I just hadn't looked at the lab manual because of I felt really burnt out and like I couldn't do it. But we crushed it. I think we were first or second or third, not first, I don't think, group to get out, meaning we had done everything. We had checked with the lecturers and they said that we were all good to go, which is actually a really bit of a confidence boost. And then I found out that my marks for my first lab report got back and I got 77.5%, which here in Australia is not a high distinction, a distinction. It's a distinction by like 2.5 marks, but it's still a bloody distinction. So pretty happy about that. My morning started off with me running late for coffee with my father. We do coffee, like, we try and do it once a week, but it usually ends up to be maybe 2 to 3 times a month. So I brought stuff for pizza, to make pizza, because me and my lab partner, we switch days. I think I've mentioned this before. We 1 week I'll bring food on a Wednesday, and then the next week she'll bring food on a Wednesday, and it works pretty good because it ends up being, I think, a lot cheaper, because we're not buying the food on campus all the time. And the food on campus it's not cheap. It's not cheap for a broke uni student. You know, I can't really spend $17 a day, even though that's like a fairly cheap, feed and stuff. I can't spend it all day, every day I'm here, plus parking, because parking is like $5 a day. If I don't want to hike to class, and sometimes I'm running late and I can't do the hike from the free parking. But yeah, today, I made pizzas at my dad's place. Obviously I fed them, then hopped in put them in a container, hopped in my car and drove straight here, and then I got to the lab maybe 5 minutes late, which was good because I didn't lose much. So yeah, today was good. My boss from work called. It's a casual position, but they do call and stuff if you haven't been there for a bit, and if they've heard that you're kind of doing bad and stuff. And the ladies there, they do kind of look after me a bit, where if they haven't seen me for a bit or they're worried or anything, they'll reach out. And one of them reached out, I think, last night, and I was a little bit too honest about, hey, I'm right now in a depression spiral. And so she let my our boss know, and then she was like, hey, there's a workers program and stuff, and it just gave me a bit of encouragement and everything. And so I'll be back at work on Friday, which is really nice. It is one of those things that when I don't go to work, I feel worse, because my entire schedule is just out of whack, because I like working 3 days and then uni for 2, and then I've got my weekends to do my uni study and everything. So I do like that schedule. I'm a person of schedule. It might not be minute schedule for each day, but by God, is every week going to be very consistent. I think that might come down to the undiagnosed autism, potentially. I don't want to claim it because I'm not professionally diagnosed, but everybody in my life that has either been diagnosed or has been suggested by someone to get diagnosed, and probably should, has been like, hey, go get fucking diagnosed. And I'm just like, but it's money. But yeah, so I'll probably be doing that at some point in the future if I don't go through with 6MP. I don't know, I feel like I'm like two minds. It's so bizarre feeling like there's this side of me that just wants to go through with everything and just get rid of everything in my world and just not be here anymore. And then there's that part of me that is like, hey, wow, all of these fun things you might have happen in the future, and there's people that care and everything. And it's just so weird dichotomy within myself where I'm being both at the same time. Like, it's like this, I don't want to say fake happiness, but it's like this happiness facade where I actually feel the happiness though. It's so bizarre. But yeah, that's my day at the moment. I'm just about to drive back home. I'm gonna swing by my parents, and so I left because I had to run to uni to get to class on time. I left them with more dough because I made fresh pizza bases, fresh dough, and like all of the things for pizza. So they said that they would save me a couple pieces, and I'm very happy about that because then I get some pizza for dinner as well. Even though I've kind of already eaten pizza 3 times today, well, I will if I eat it 3 times today. But I could probably eat the same food for forever and not be bored of it. I don't really get bored of foods, which is really strange, because like talking to other people, they're like, oh, I could never eat the same food, but I'm like, if it's a good food, like pizza, or I don't know, like some pasta dishes, if it's a good hearty meal that's not too like heavy on the stomach. I know that some pizzas can be really heavy on the stomach, but like if you've made the pizza base yourself and it's like a fluffy thin crust, it's fairly light, so you don't get like all of the carbs, and then you can adjust all of the cheese and stuff. So if I had to eat fast food pizza for the rest of my life, I would hate that. But if I had the opportunity to make my own pizza for the rest of my life, oh yeah, 100%. Like, that's easy, like limitless possibilities kind of deal. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, life just kind of tanked for a bit there, and I don't want to keep harping on about one of my sisters being a bit of a shit, but by God, you have some gall to say, hey, yeah, I'm the one that keeps inviting your rapist around. Like, maybe she didn't realize what she was saying. Maybe she thought she was saying something else. But like, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but like, I really don't think that our relationship is salvageable from that. But like, I think I got, like, the depression hit so fucking hard because she's been one of the only people that I thought was actually in my corner for the longest time, and the only one that believed me about the situation, or one of the only people that believed me about the situation. And just to find that out, it was gutting, like so gutting, to find that out. And just piled on everything else going on at the moment with my living situation, and just not even having the like space to cook myself a meal. One of the things I really love in life is to just cook really nice meals and really nice food. I'm not sure if I'm like at the level of I'm a foodie and going out and experiencing stuff, but I have a deep love of food, and I have a deep love of cooking my own stuff, because it's one of the ways that I kind of have independence over my own life. And not being able to do that in my last place because I was having panic attacks about seeing the people in my house because they were like practically bullying me because of just yeah, it was a long and involved situation, and I don't think anyone was in the right, and I don't think anyone was in the wrong. And I just think that if everybody, including myself, was a little bit more of an adult about it, I think the situation could have entirely been avoided. But I really didn't appreciate them basically going 3-1, making my life hell. So yeah, I wasn't using the kitchen just to give them space and stuff. And then to get to this new place where I was like, yeah, finally, they seem like good people, they seem chill and stuff. And then having the dude that owns the house, his desk is the kitchen counter, the only goddamn kitchen counter in the house that's not got a toaster or an air fryer or a kettle and coffee maker and all of the different stuff on it. He's got his piles of paperwork and then his laptop and his mouse and stuff, and he sits inside the kitchen. And I'm just like, they did a massive cleanup when I viewed the place, and then again when I moved in, and I had no idea that was what it was going to be like. And so now we're going on like 6 months of me not being able to really properly cook myself food. Like proper meals, like stews and spaghetti bolognese and like white sauces, red sauces for pastas, and my own pesto sauces. And I haven't been able to make gnocchi in such a long time, and I haven't been able to make bread. I love baking bread. Like, it's one of my favorite pastimes, and just it feels shitty not being able to have the space to do that. And that's why today was really good, because I got to make pizzas at my parents' house. And I don't love being there, because obviously it holds really bad memories, but it was good today. And also it's the start of spring in Australia, so September is our first warm month, but for most of the rest of the world, it will be the first cold month. So the sun, the birds and everything was out, like, so I know people say like seasonal depression, but I've never experienced it. But like, maybe I have, and I'm just not picking up on it and stuff. Or I will check back in, or like I'll record a little bit more diary when I get home. But yeah, today wasn't actually bad, and I can't say that for most days for the last couple of months. And maybe things are looking up in the world. All right, I'll catch you later.